Can we allow ourselves to embrace the new, the uncomfortable? That's the question. Can we allow ourselves to dream what life would be like? And when we approach our future, can we make the decisions that are going to honor ourselves in every way? This is Vessel of Light. I am Sam Renfro. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me today. We are going to just get into a little bit about old things falling away, new things coming in. So really this is about new beginnings and being with the full spectrum of what is happening right now. So this is just again, a personal reflection. It's really about what's happening in my life right now, but I think that it equally can inspire and also resonate with you because there are a ton of people going through major transitions right now. And in my life, I feel like it's been one of those times when I'm just ready to throw everything out and start fresh. Like something is happening to my identity. Something is really shifting in me where I am letting go of the old and really allowing myself to do what I feel is right in the moment. And that might be completely different than all the things that I've been doing for the last 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades, or whatever it is, right? And I think we often we get attached to these ideas, these belief systems, these things that we think that we should do or should be like or should adopt into our life. And a lot of times those things really do serve us. We're called to things for a specific reason. We're called to be around specific people for a certain reason, right? And all of these situations, all of these things are always bringing us what we need in the moment. But sometimes we get a little bit stuck. Sometimes we get a little bit caught in those things, and then we say, okay, this is how I'm going to be forever. And that may not be healthy. That may not be aligned with you, right? So you have to continually ask yourself, is this something that I still want to do? And sometimes these habits are so deeply ingrained that you don't even think twice about it until one day you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'll get into a little bit of what has been bringing me to all these things, but I really just want to invite you as we begin to start thinking about the things in your life that are up for review, things that you might have had just a slight thought in the back of your mind that said, could I do that differently? Maybe I should try a different type of food. Maybe I should try a different type of sleeping on a different side, or just a different way of being. For me, I've been really playing around with driving home different routes, going to different beaches, going to different places to walk in the forest that I've never been, just doing new things. And it's all because I made a major decision to separate from my partner, and that comes with a lot of other decisions, a lot of other things that impact me, right? So basically, I've wrapped my identity around being a certain way, or being with a certain person, living in a certain city, adopting a certain lifestyle that has been really amazing until I realize that it's just not actually what I want. And it's as simple as that. There's no hard feelings, there's no regret or anything like that. It's just simply that change is needed, and I have fully understood that it's just not the direction that I want to go anymore. It's not the person that I want to build with anymore. It's not the lifestyle that I truly want to live anymore, right? And so you can take this as big or as small as you'd like, and for me, I'm just really allowing myself to explore. But since I made that decision, there was also another decision that was deeply intertwined with that is, do I even want to live in this town? Do I actually like this town? And I've been feeling for a long time that I do like it, but I don't love it. And that seems to be the consensus about a lot of things in my life, is that I could find 5 things that are great about it, but it doesn't mean that it's what I want to continue to do or where I want to continue to be. And so as I made this decision to separate, I also get to separate myself from anything else that it's time to let go of. And so I also made the decision to begin planning my exit, to leave Santa Cruz, to actually say, oh, there is something out there that feels even better to me, and it's time to let go of the fear. It's time to really step into it, whether I feel ready or not, right? Because I know that life is going to carry me. I know that I'm supported. I know that I am being guided to exactly where I'm meant to be. And so I feel like to normal people, my decision might be kind of crazy, right? If you look at all the circumstances that are playing out in my life and the reasons that I was living the way that I was, you're like, how, you're going to do what now? And so I booked some flights to Europe, and I'm going to go in the direction that my heart is calling. And I don't need to share how or what that's going to look like right now, because I don't even really know. But what I'm saying is that I'm in this process of the liminal space. I'm holding the old and the new, and I'm right in the middle. I'm holding the grief and the excitement, and I'm right in the middle. I'm holding the good, the bad, the all of it, like the full spectrum of life right now. And I wouldn't have it any other way, but sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. Like, what do I do now? How do I feel? How do I even go about? Like, I know that my time here is coming to an end, and so I have to get rid of all these things and, and maybe even do the things that I really wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to while I was living here, and reaching out to certain people or... Yeah, I'm just really allowing myself to be as much as I can, and also tune in the moment and say, okay, what is life asking of me right now? What do I want to do? What does my spirit, my soul want? And with that, it gets to say, well, what if you did this differently? What if you ate this food instead of that? Or what if you changed up your daily routine? Or what if you... I don't know. There's just a lot that is surfacing right now, and I'm realizing that I've done this in so many different areas of the world, of my life. I often dive in head first into a new place or a new experience, take as much as I can, learn from it, take it along my journey, and then say, okay, now it's time to move. And I just get this knowing that, I get the knowing that it's time to begin the next chapter, or life will very clearly show me that it's time. Either way. But what I'm really realizing is I am going to prioritize what I truly desire right now. I'm going to prioritize what makes me happy right now. I'm going to do the things that I may or may not be ready for, because it's going to truly benefit me in the long run, and because I am ready. And all of these things are really coming in at a time when I have to have radical faith. I have to have radical trust in myself. I have to know that the decisions that I am making are going to propel me into the next version of myself, because they do. Every day, all the time. Whether you're conscious of it or not, every decision you make is leading you to the next version of yourself. It's just about how quick or how easily you want to come into that next version of yourself, right? And so I'm really sitting with it all, and I think it's a time where, like I said, a lot of people that I know are going through these major transitions. They are having these experiences where things are either being stripped from them, things are falling away, or they are making big life moves because the world is letting us know it's time to do different things. It's time to do things differently. It's time to honor yourself truly so that you can be really, really authentic and show up to the world in a way that is filling your cup first so that you can fill everybody else's cup. That's the way that I really see it. We're all fully understanding ourselves, embodying ourselves. We're like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore because that doesn't feel good. And when we allow ourselves to move in the direction that does feel good, then we get to help other people. Then we get to come into life with much more energy, much more ease, much more excitement, and then we do the things we came here to do. We impact the people we came here to impact. We love the way that we were meant to love. Things start to make a little bit more sense, and it might be really, really difficult through the process or at first, but in the long run, this is going to be great. These are good changes. It's like the GPS route, right? It's always going to reroute you into a different way. If you decide, I'm going to get off at this exit or I'm going to turn right instead of left, it's just going to reroute you to the next quickest way that's going to get you to your, I don't want to say destination, because in the last episode I was really talking about how it's not the destination, but wherever it is that your soul wants to move is going to let you know, okay, this is the clearest path. I see that you went this way, but it's okay. We'll just make some detours, and it's totally fine. And so giving yourself a little bit of grace, and then also giving yourself some boundaries. Okay, cool. This isn't working. What is? And really, can we allow ourselves to embrace the new, the uncomfortable? That's the question. Can we allow ourselves to dream what life would be like? And when we approach our future, can we make the decisions that are going to honor ourselves in every way that creates the best and highest outcome? And when you do things differently like this, people are they're gonna wonder what's going on with you. They're gonna either maybe brush up against you in a way that feels a little bit uncomfortable because you're shifting and changing, or they're gonna want to know what you're doing and why. They're gonna want to grow with you or grow away from you. That's, it's just a part of life. And we get to be bold right now. We get to stand up for ourselves and stand up for what's right. And yeah, that is really the process that we are all navigating. It's certainly the process that I'm navigating. All we have is the present moment right now. I know a lot of people say this, but the more that you can start to understand what is being presented to you and decide with full faith what you actually want right now in the moment, be completely honest with everything and everyone around you. The more that you can do this, the more that you start growing, you start changing, you start living, you start loving in a completely different way. And then life opens up because it now sees that you are ready for something new. And so I'll just say that as I go through this process of transition, as I move to a completely different life, as I start to let the things fall away that are just no longer necessary, I am also offering, if you want to come with me not physically, but if you, metaphorically or on the journey with me, right? I am opening myself up to coaching. And again, I said this in the last episode, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, but I have some amazing gifts to share. And if you have been following me for a while, you probably know a little bit about my journey, all the experiences that I've had, all the training, all the work, all the everything. And I am truly ready to show up for you and for anyone that may be looking for a little bit of guidance, a little bit of assistance, a little bit of embodiment, all of it. So if you feel like I am somebody who you'd like to work with, we'll be using all the things. We'll be using the energy. I'll weave in the visualizations, the Reiki, all of the energetic side. We'll work with the emotions. We'll work with the true connection to your soul. We'll work with embodiment, breathing, and the actual physical aspect of releasing, letting go, and moving into the direction that you want. We'll work with all of it. I'm not going to tell you how it's going to go because I don't know how it's going to go. But I know that together we have enough tools and enough life experience to work with where I can help you get to the next level. And if this sounds interesting to you, if this sounds like something that you're ready for, or you know somebody who is, please send them my way. I'm currently opening up space for 3-month programs to do some coaching with me. And yeah, it's going to be really big. It's going to be really transformative. And if you're ready to move to your next version of yourself, send me a message and let's have a chat. Let's have a call together. And I just wish you the most beautiful week. I hope that you are navigating your life with ease and grace. And if there's a few bumps in the road, that's okay too, right? We're all just going through it one day at a time. Somebody said to me the other day, we're all just here to walk each other home. And I just thought, man, how perfect, right? I love you so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you very soon.